My friend is afraid that his son will be mistaken for white. That's my biggest fear, he says. What if he's able to pass? And I can't help tonguing the fresh blood from my bottom lip as this black man, this someday father, feels the dawn of parenthood pulling at his torso like a too tight, too heavy suit coat heaving with his asthma. Like a bright-eyed boy of 7 dangling from his neck like rope. The tousled auburn of his first son. An unhinged laugh, an awkward gait, the only hints of shared blood between them. I guess you can't relate, he says, finally. The unspoken weight of things neither of us wish to inherit. Only his thin shoulders hardened and chiseled by the burden. My words sift clean as apologies disguised as honesty, trying to put my finger on a cloud 43,000 feet above me, and 392 years too late, the sentence pours from my mouth like a fresh wound, like an artery I can't close, the breath stolen from between the hasty syllables. I am afraid of raising a black son. Silence. The fractured, incompatible, poetic symmetry of what trembles in our hearts. Honestly, I say, I never really thought about it until now. And I have visions of being startled by the sight of my own face, by the same brash walk I borrowed from my father, the overbearing song of that rhythm planted and replanted into my chest, a stag's galloping hooves against it, late at night when I see a black face I do not know moving in too close, no matter how much Brooklyn I swallow. No matter how much West 118th Street I breastfed into these bones, no matter how much I remember my high school best friend, the love of my life's father, my future brothers-in-law, the director who believed in me, man who coaxed tears from my eyes with a mere rumble in his throat before I even realized I had a heart I was allowed to love. That this heart was a doorway I was allowed to move through. The mentor I will someday raise a son with, the black boy who might someday startle me, the way my landlord's 7th grade son did last week. I have read and discussed, debated and digested everything I can find to unlearn the filthy, stubborn hate in my porcelain bones, which makes me just one of the shiniest slabs of fool's gold I know. I have already colonized the children I hope to one day raise. And I do not know how to give back things I cannot yet hold. How to unsteal things that have already been kidnapped by history, but cannot yet be cradled in the soft, fragile nook of my right elbow. I am afraid of raising a black man in this unforgiving world, I tell him. I am not enough of a man. I do not know if I will ever be.